The following program is brought to you by Naleo TV, the people's platform.
And aloha. Welcome to the Art of Painting with Rockwood. I'm Rockwood, and on today's show, we're going to do part 2 of this Honu surfboard. And aloha. My name's Rockwood. This is my show, The Art of Painting with Rockwood, and we're in my studio here in Kona, Hawaii. Last month, we painted this Honu on a surfboard. Now, if you didn't see the show last month, what I did was I took this piece of plywood and I poured epoxy on it, and I've got this beautiful, look like that. So it looks like underwater. It's really fun. So that's actually the next one I'm going to paint, but you can see that I've got this one's up here like that, so the highlight is up here, and then the blues come down here. Last month we did this. Today we're going to finish this turtle, and if we have time, I'm going to put some coral down around here. So it'll be really fun. So hope you enjoy. Let's get started. All right, so we're going to start again with my trusty filbert brush. I'm going to come in here with a little bit of tan, a little bit of white. And today we're going to start over here, and we're just going to pull this like this. Listen, some of you may be just joining me for the first time and never seen me paint. This is actually oil paint. It's sign painter's paint. It's an enamel, so it's not like your basic artist oils that you can get at art stores. This is a professional grade paint here. This is what I use when I paint motorcycles and cars and trucks and signs and what have you. When I'm done with this, I will put the epoxy clear coat over the top of it, which looks really, really cool. I am going to paint this a little faster so that we make sure I've only got an hour for this show, so I do want to show you how I do the coral, the backgrounds. I won't be able to show you how I do the concrete or the lava and the final clear coat on it, but that's a whole different process. I just realized I didn't show you the finished one, so I will try and remember that when we get closer to the end of the show, and I'll pull that up and show it to you. All right, so now I need a little bit of darker brown. Now you see how I'm trying to get the shadow underneath that fin where it's flipped over. So I'm going to take a little bit of black, ever so small, and just going to dab it in here like this. And then I'm going to draw it down. I'm going to wipe this off first. And I'm just going to roll the brown up into the black and then pull it back down. giving me a real nice shadow right there. Cool. Easy to do if you're working with this type of paint. If you're working with acrylics, not so much. Regular oils you can do, or artist oils, you can do this real easy. But the problem with artist oils is they take so long to dry. If you didn't see the show last month, what I'm doing is I'm working in sections. I don't necessarily do all the one color and then go back and do another color, and I work in a section. That way I keep my hands out of the way. Or I try anyway. I don't know if you can see how nice and smooth this paint works, but it's kind of self-leveling. It just flows really nice. All right, so now we're going to grab a little black. I'm going to put that there, put that there, down there. I'm constantly pulling the excess paint off the brush so that I can make the shapes that I need. I got too much black in there, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come right down the middle of this and lighten that up a bit. And again. This way here, I can push or pull the paint to get it to do whatever I want it to do. Bit of dark brown here just to separate the eye from the beak. when you use very little paint, it's so easy to make it do what you want it to do. And if you weren't here last month when I did this, I am going to put an iris in that little eye right there. Just put that little tiny breather hole right there. And I'm going to take my liner brush, a little turpentine in there, and just a little bit of white. Now we're going to take just a little bit of black. We're going to go up under here for the shadow, under that beak right there. Now you see I'm kind of putting a lot of paint here, kind of giving me a lot to work with. Then what I'm going to do, take my white and a touch of tan, and we're going to take that paint and we're just going to work it right up into that black and basically pull it out so that I get a nice thin line right there. Because when you look at stuff that has a line like that, it's not a prominent line, it's very loose. And almost like a parrot. So this little plate right here is kind of like his chin. So what I'm doing right now is I'm putting down basically the undercoat of that shed, because I'm going to build it up with the white on top of it. Now, barely touching this so that I can get that to blend. I don't know what these are called, but they're very distinctive on these turtles. Got to have it in there. We've got all white down there. We're going to start with a little bit of tan in here. And then a little bit of dark painting up here. Now, before I get too far, what we're going to do is like I explained last month, the green sea turtles in Hawaii are not really green. When you see green, that's usually like a moss or something growing on their shells, but they're actually brown. But for some reason, people don't buy turtles with brown shells. They see a green sea turtle and they want a green sea turtle. So that's what we're doing. If you watched the show last month, you'll notice that I'm not painting everything exactly the same as I did last time. It was a long time ago. I don't remember what I did, but I'm just flowing with what the painting's telling me it wants. So not that it's actually talking to me, but that looks good. Now we'll take a little bit of black. Just go in here. Create my shapes, texture. Now let's get this wing over here. I call it a wing. I don't know. Looks like I got a hair hanging off here. Now we're going to take the medium brown, this one went down the back side here. Let's take a little bit of black. Just sticking to mom. So, tan and this in here. Now, start up here. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. And once again, this tapers down, so we're going to make these a little bit thinner until we get down to that big one right there. That looks cool. And now we're going to take this dude. The light brown, little tan. What I'm doing right now is just pouncing. I got a little bit of paint and I'm mixing it with the dark brown that's already there and just pouncing to get that texture. Take a little bit of tan. Let this in here. See, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to build up the shading underneath everything so that it has some depth to it, so that it doesn't look like a flat turtle. Now we're going to go back to my big filbert, grab some yellow. Mix it with a little bit of white to give me some opacity here. And again, with the shadow, I'm going to take the tan. We're going to just drape it right in here. Just remember, the sun's coming from up here. And then the medium one. Because obviously this turtle is slightly closer to the bottom of the ocean, so his belly's going to be a little bit darker right here. Went a little crazy right there. So we'll just take my napkin, a little bit of thinner here, just draw that right like that and erase it. See, you get to learn how to fix boo-boos really quick. Take the medium brown and the dark brown. We're going to mix them together and get these back fins down here. And then we'll take just a little bit of tan. Just like this one up here, this one's dark on this side here, so we'll just fade that back. This is a weird fin. Now see how I'm just dabbing this in here, pulling off that extra paint so that it blends. The smaller the stuff is, the harder it is to make this all work, but you work it a little at a time. And now what I'm going to do is just a little bit of white. I want it to look natural. That looks really good. You can tell when I'm really concentrating on what I'm doing. I really shut up, don't I? That looks beautiful. All right, let's clean this up a little bit. Take this brush, and then we're going to take this and get that white. Make those highlights right in between those plates. I really have to concentrate on where to put my fingers on. Smush the paint. All right, now, as promised, I'm going to put that eye in the eye socket. I don't really need to put the little dot in there because he's kind of deep, but some people might look at it and go, how come you put it in that one, didn't put it in this? So look at that. Isn't that cool? Beautiful. All right, so I got a couple of more details that I'm going to put in there like I did on the other one. And then we're going to move on. I don't always put these on here, but they look so cool when I do it. That's cool. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use what they call a sea sponge. I got hundreds of them, different shapes and sizes and stuff. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to create this wall that's going down behind here. This is acrylic paint. Let's go there. Mix a little bit of white with the purple just so I can get one. Put some stuff like that. Then take this brush here, take just a little bit of white by itself and touch it like that. See, basically what we're doing here is creating these little mushroom shapes. Take a little bit of that blue-green, you might call it teal. You never want to do just one color and add stuff to it. Take a little bit of black. Let's get a little bit of depth in here. And again, I'm just using that pouncing method here. Sometimes when I'm ponceing this, the brush will separate and actually give it that vegetation look, and it looks pretty cool. Yeah, this looks like a tree branch kind of thing of some kind of plant underwater there. So we'll put a little bit of stuff on there, but I want it to be light so it goes way in the background like that. Way back here. Looks like an underwater castle way back in the background here. Once this is all dry, then I'll take this out into my shop and I will mix up some concrete, stain it black so that it has that lava look to it, and I'll cover all of this over here just a little bit like I did that other one. That is beautiful. But I think what's a Hawaiian underwater painting without a fish? right, so we are winding down the end of this show. So yeah. I don't know what it is about these little triggers, but I love these guys. They're so cute. All right, almost done. Let's get this dude here. That is that. Let's do our little signature, and we will be And on that note, I hope you guys have enjoyed watching me paint this. Hopefully you learned a little bit. If you have any questions for me, well, you know how to do that. Just call Naleo and tell them what you want to know. So, that brings us to the close of another beautiful painting. Again, if you like the show, call Naleo and let them know. Cool? Anyway, this is Rockwood. Ahui ho.